Hello everybody, Mama is back with another video. So, I hear rumor that you want to learn how to squat. Well, you've come to the right place because today I'm gonna teach you all the correct way to squat and some common mistakes I see that you should probably avoid unless you would like to get injured. I'm an exercise physiologist / personal trainer / nationally qualified bikini competitor / bachelor's degree in exercise science. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of progressions here just in case you're not ready to do the queen of all squats, the barbell squats. I'm gonna help you work your way up to that if you're just starting out, if you've never squatted before, if you're just a beginner. So let's start with the very basic body weight squat. You want to stand about shoulder width length or maybe a little bit wider. Now when you're performing this exercise, you want to sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. Do you see how I'm hitting that 90-degree bend in my legs? I'm honestly going a little bit lower than that in this video, which you can do, but if you're just starting out, you don't have to worry about going that low. Just go at least parallel. And you see how my heels never leave the ground? You want your heels planted firmly in the ground. You want to push through your heels. You don't want to be coming up on your toes. You want to keep your chest up and your back up. Make sure that your feet are pointed out. Make sure that your knees are going outwards, never ever inwards, ever. Now, if you have not built enough strength up in your legs yet, or maybe you've had previous knee injuries or something of that sort, then maybe first you should try some box squats. For these squats, you can use a bench. That's what I'm using in this video, or you could just use an actual box. You don't have to use a Smith machine. You could literally just use your body weight or just any type of weight. When you do these, make sure your box or whatever equipment you're using is a good height. You want to hit that depth to where you are parallel. When you sit down, you want to actually sit down and pause. You don't want to just be like bouncing off of the box or the bench. And make sure you're really controlling the movement. Once you've mastered that, it's time to get onto some weighted squats. When you do these, you could use a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a freaking watermelon, and it's just the same thing. The variation I'm showing you here is called a goblet squat. You want to have your feet at least shoulder width or a little bit wider than shoulder width. The other variation I'm showing here is a sumo squat. You're gonna have a very wide stance for sumo squats because it's kind of in the name. You know how sumo wrestlers look? That's where the name comes from. Once you've mastered these squats, now we can move on to Smith machine squats. I think this is a good progression because it helps you get used to having that bar on your back and just do the same movement as you would do with a bodyweight squat. I think this is a good progression. However, do not stay on this machine forever because you really want to work not only on strengthening and building your muscles, but you want to work on stability too. And the Smith machine is not the best for working on your stability, but it is good for working your way up to a barbell squat. Which, speaking of, it's time to show the queen, the barbell squat. Now, as I said, the bar by itself is 45 pounds. So if all you can comfortably squat is 45 pounds, that's okay. Just start with just squatting the bar. It's alright. Eventually you'll work your way up and add some more weight on each side. Now, you want to always use clips with this, okay? Do not let me catch you not using clips. It is very dangerous to not use them because let's say you aren't using them and you lose your balance a little bit and you accidentally lean to one side. Well, then one weight is gonna fall off of one side, and guess what the other side is gonna do? Can you imagine? I'm sure you can kind of imagine, and you're probably gonna end up getting hurt. So please, just use some clips. When you re-rack your barbell, you don't want to have to do a calf raise, re-rack it. So those little shelves that hold the barbell, you want to make sure that those are at least at shoulder height or a little bit below, so you don't have to get it all the way up on your tiptoes when you're trying to re-rack the barbell.
That'll be the day. If I die, show these tears go in my grave. Hit the potion, overdosing in my J's. Please don't look for me, don't follow me, okay? Shorty bad, she do not know how to behave. Open up the sunroof even when it rains. I don't need no setbacks, I just make some gains. Yeah, my heart's so cold, but it just keeps
mean? You see these bars right here? These you want at about hip height. These are gonna help catch the bar if for some reason you are not able to stand back up with all that weight. These are also really important for safety, so you wanna have some sort of safety bars below you.
She wanna ride like a band. She wanna bring all her friends. Go on a trip to Miami. Talking to cash, I got plenty. She wanna bring out the cami. I got her pulling a hammy.
Let's get on to some common mistakes. Oh boy. Mistake number 1 that I see all of the time. Half reps, not squatting to parallel. If you want to get the most out of the squat, you need to be doing the full range of motion. Now, if this is as far as you can go down, maybe your hip mobility isn't good. So maybe try using those box squats like I said before to really help with that. Maybe you just don't have enough strength in your legs. So try to do some other exercises such as lunges, leg press, leg curls, leg extensions, any exercise that will help strengthen those quads, hamstrings, and glutes. The next mistake, heels coming up. This is gonna put your knees in a really unstable position and you don't want that. So maybe you need to work on your calf strength. Maybe your calves are too tight. So go ahead and do some calf raises. The next mistake I see a lot is knees caving inward. This can be a sign of weak glutes, especially the weak glute medius, because glute medius is in charge of abducting and externally rotating your legs. So maybe try working on that glute medius muscle. Go get your hip abductors in. And rounding your back. This is putting your spine in a very unstable and dangerous position. You want your chest up and back up, like I said before. This could be a sign of hamstring tightness or hamstring weakness. So grab that foam roller, roll out the hamstrings, do some leg curls or any other hamstring exercises. Or maybe you have a weak core and you need to do some core exercises. Or guess what? Once again, maybe the weight is too heavy. So try to lower that weight a little bit. And that is my squat technique video. I hope you all can make some major gains now that you know how to properly squat. If this video was helpful, make sure you give me a like. Hit that thumbs up button for me real fast. Subscribe to see more videos on form, health and fitness, and to see Mama Swole. If there are more exercises that you guys want to see the form of, make sure you comment below. And if you don't feel comfortable squatting on your own just yet, you could always email me. I do offer online training, ccarptraining@gmail.com. Let's fix your squat form, girl. Let's make sure that you are not going to injure yourself and that you're getting the most out of this exercise.